Okay, next we're going to do a sink. So the sink is going to be opposite the shower. It's going to be facing this way. We'll do a sink with a medicine cabinet above it, okay? So in the sink, I think we should do a cabinet sink. So the cabinet, a sink, and then a medicine cabinet above it. So the sink is going to be opposite the shower. It's going to be in the same part of it, and then the toilet will be somewhere else. So again, we said that this was going to be 10 feet. So the width of a sink is usually about this. What is this, guys?
2 or 3 feet.
2 or 3 feet? We're going to call it 2.5?
Yeah.
So 2.5 is 1/4 of 10, right? So the width of it is going to be 1/4 of this distance. So that's half, so it's going to come out to about right here. Okay? So just make a mark right here. And we're going to have it facing the shower. So the person using the sink will have their back to the shower. All right, the height of a sink, usually, like we said, the bathtub was like here. A sink has to be higher, though. A sink has to be about to right here, right?
Yeah.
So what is this?
2.5, 3 feet.
It's less than 4, but it's more than 3.
3.5.
Yeah, I think it's 3.5. And what did we say the height of the wall was?
8.
8. So a little bit less than half. Does that sound good? Okay, so here's half. So I'm going to go a little bit less than half and make a dot right there. So to get the back of our sink cabinet, what we're going to do first is we're going to draw a vertical line from right here. So nice vertical line. Make it longer than it needs to be. Make it light so you can erase it. It's very important that you keep your lines light. You're going to erase almost everything. And then to finish the back, what you do is you attach this dot that represents the height. You make a line to here using the vanishing point. And that gets you your line. And as you can see, it's a perspective line. Mine goes slightly upwards. Yours may be flat or even slightly downwards, depending on where your vanishing point is. Okay, and then the depth of the sink needs to be about 2 feet. It's not, the depth won't be quite as big as the width, but it's going to be about 2 feet. So 2 feet out of 10 is 1/5. So I'm saying approximately to here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do the far side of the sink. Then we're going to do the bottom, and then we'll construct the rectangular prism. So here, this is going to be a vertical line. So make sure your line is as vertical as you can. It's okay to make it long. It's really simple to make this part because this point here just goes straight across. So a nice flat line straight across. Erase that. And this is the hidden side of the sink. Okay. Now we're going to work on the front. So to do the front or the bottom, we're going to come again completely parallel. So make a nice long parallel line. I should have made mine a little longer. Let's go a little longer. And once you've got that, once you've got this line, then you can line it up to the vanishing point. Make that line. You can get rid of the excess, and you've got the bottom of your sink. So now to do the front. We make another vertical line coming up from here. And as you can see, knowing how to make a good rectangular prism is pretty much the big deal in one-point perspective. Once you can do rectangular prisms, you can turn them into just about anything. So this line represents the front. What we're going to do is we're going to connect from here across this point across here. And when we do that, then we have what we need to turn it into a rectangular prism. So I get rid of the extra, and then I just do another line straight across to here, finish my rectangular prism. There you go. There's a rectangular prism. So once the prism is in place, you can take away all the invisible lines. Okay, so now there are things that make a sink a sink. Do we want to have cabinets, or sorry, yeah, cabinets that open up underneath the sink?
Two.
Two? Okay. So the easiest way to do two, first let's build a little frame inside here. So we're going to make another rectangle inside this rectangle that represents the frame. So the way to do that, you're going to make a little line parallel to this line near the edge. Just like that. And you'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Little parallel lines on the inside edges that we already have. Let's get this line and this line in there. Now, not so close to the top. I'm going to go a little lower, leave a little extra space. A lot of sinks have this little false drawer thing. Kind of looks like a drawer, but doesn't even open. It'll go right here.
Well, the long one?
Yeah, it's a wide one that goes right
Yeah.
here, and then two opening doors below. So the two opening doors below, if we want to do the top of the doors, what we do is we make a little perspective line. So there's our perspective line. It's one perspective line. We'll do another one down below, bringing it together at the bottom. Just like that. And if we want to turn this into two doors, Luis, are you working or texting? You're texting. If we want to turn this into two doors, and everyone on YouTube knows. On the internet forever, immortalized. Okay, you make a line right down the middle. So we're going to make a line right down the middle here. And then we're gonna give it. I'm gonna give it knobs, like a little knob, because this is what we have in my house. Little knobs right there. And this looks a lot like my bathroom at home. Not exactly, but similar. And then we'll do a little fake drawer, because a lot of them have that. A little fake drawer up here. So the fake drawer is going to be just another rectangle right above the doors. It'll be like this and this, and we use perspective lines. Always perspective lines for these front to back lines. This and like this. And then it's going to be a little fake thing. It's going to like be a little handle type deal right there that you pull on, but it never opens.
Yeah, that's too hard now.
Well, it then falls off, which is a type of opening. All right, and then we've got a basin. Now think about the basin. Does the basin, if the sink just go all the way to the back?
No.
No, it can't, because what's in the back there?
Pipes.
The pipes and also the handle and the faucet, right? So it's going to be an oval right here. Now think about the oval. The oval, usually about this shape. But we're doing this in perspective, so it's going to be this weird stretched kind of oval. It's going to kind of look like that. Okay? And that's got to fit right there. So this is the sort of thing that's very tricky, because you imagine it looking one way, but in the drawing it actually has to look very different. This is supposed to represent an oval, but it just doesn't, it's not an oval at all. It's kind of a squash parallelogram. But it's really trying to represent this oval, but it's all about the perspective by which you're looking at it. And then you got the little faucet coming up. I'm going to do just one. This is very simple. The faucet is not a perspective thing. It can just come just like that. And there's your faucet.
Fancy.
Nice and simple. Fancy, yeah. It's a Price Pfister. It's great. And then we're going to have little handles, and the handles, my handles, they're just going to go like this. And it doesn't really, there's no perspective to it because they don't have front to back distance. And then above, what are we going to build? We're going to build a little medicine cabinet, right?
It's not gonna open.
Why isn't it going to open?
Because of the sink.
It's fake.
It's okay. It's going to go from here to here.
Oh, too big.
So it's going to be
Pretty high.
it's going to be high up here. The width is going to be exactly the same as the sink because it's a matching set. And it's going to come straight out like that. It's not going to quite go to the ceiling, but it's going to come to about right here. And the top is going to work like this. The top is going to be a perspective line, so you've got that. And then the front of it is going to come out completely parallel to this, but it's not going to go as far out. Now, for me, I'm right about the same height as my vanishing point, so at this point, these lines they don't really have any, they're not distinct from the line at the bottom of the back. What we do now, well, we can do the same thing here. We can do one here and one here, and connect. We connect this, and then we connect these, and these, and then we get rid of all of the stuff you wouldn't actually see. We got our little rectangular prism sitting above the sink, which is going to have a little mirror on it or something, right? A little handle right here.
You should draw the curtain thing.
Curtain thing.
The curtain. The whatever shower thing.
The hell?
Reflecting? Yeah.
Ooh,
that.
reflecting.
Yeah.
The angle that we're looking at this
Right in
at,
front of the...
no, what would reflect
at the
would
wall.
be this wall. You'd be looking at this part of the wall. Because you're looking at it, no, you're looking at it from such a wide angle that you would not see the curtain.
Oh.
Okay, so it's going to look like this. It's just going to be another perspective rectangle. That's all it's going to be. And then, like what most cartoonists do to represent a mirror, is like,
Yeah. Looks like a TV now.
yeah, well, that's a great place for a
Do you
TV.
watch TV or you
Okay, so there we have it. We've got ourselves a bathtub and a sink. So I think that's going to have to be it for right now. That's it. Thank you, and
On YouTube.
check out the next one.
Hi,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yay.